Hello everybody, welcome back to the Yellow Butterfly Podcast. And in this episode, I have Marco! I brought him back. I told you guys he'd be back.
This episode, I brought him back. My husband, yay! So much. Yeah, it's so beautiful. Welcome to the Yellow Butterfly Podcast, you guys.
He's been waiting.
Just want you guys to
Waiting
know.
to act a fool.
Ain't nobody been waiting at nothing. Whatever.
Okay, so in this episode, Marco is back.
Why do you always have stuff and I don't even know nothing about it?
Because the point is you not to know.
Okay.
Off the dome.
Ooh.
You know, off the dome so you understand what you don't understand, so it just comes straight off your mind. I got my nails done. Can't tell me nothing. Okay, so in this episode, we are going to talk about long distance marriage relationships. So I have some questions. I don't have my jar, but I did write some questions down on my notebook, and we are going to answer them. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, first of all, are you excited to be back on the podcast?
Sorry. Cool.
That's okay. That's it.
I'm back.
Well, I might have you on a couple more. Just so you know.
Okay.
The month of September. It's the month of Marco.
I just recorded this cat.
Can you see?
You can't. I think it was a little corner over there.
Yeah. You hear a meow, meow. Or see. You got a cat running around.
You messing with the balls.
There he is. You can see him. Okay, so let's get started. First question. What of our backstory? That's what we're supposed to do. So, we didn't really do a long distance relationship when we were dating. It really started when we got married, and this guy got a job in his field, and right when we first moved to Florida, right?
The first time. But I mean, I had a job in my field before that, so.
But it was the job in your field that
I got
caused
an
us
opportunity. I got an opportunity
an opportunity to move to
to
Florida.
advance myself in my career. That was in Florida. That's how that works.
What am I saying wrong?
I'm just saying, and an opportunity to move to Florida. Nah, it wasn't necessarily that, but it was an opportunity to move up in my field. That's what it was.
Which caused us to move to Florida.
The benefit, yes.
The benefit. Okay. So, that's when it first started. So, do you want to explain that, or you want me to?
Go ahead.
He got the benefit of whatever to move to Florida. We decided, yes, let's move to Florida. And, but the way our situation was set up, he had to go first. Because I think he started right away.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks. I had a 2-week notice.
Right.
That was when I had to start.
So he had to start right away, and then plus we lived in a house at the time, so we had to pack up the house, get the house ready to sell, or decide if we wanted to sell, not to sell it, and all that. So I don't know how long it was. It wasn't too long. Like a month?
What?
Before we moved back, we came to live with you.
No, it was longer than a month.
No, because you left in February, then we come spring break, which was like March. Initially, we were gonna stay in Arkansas.
It was at least, I think it was at least a month. It was a while we were apart, I think.
No, I think it was a month.
That we were apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, like that.
Well, a month. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little bit. It wasn't like.
It wasn't. We initially like, you move and we'll wait the rest of the year and 6 months or something like that.
Yeah.
We lasted a month and we're like, all right, we can't do this. I think for me, it was like with the kids. I wanted them to be. We just wanted us to be together. So, long story short, we made it happen. We moved to Florida with Marco sooner than expected. And worked it out.
Plant.
Yeah. roommate situation. Us four, Marco, myself, the two kids in one bedroom.
I moved to Florida with a friend.
So
my wife was like, "I need to be with you." That's what she said. And
I just need you.
I need to be with you. This is not. It's not working for me.
and she just moved. It's not the first time. It actually happened the other time we moved out here.
No, I'm not waiting. I'm coming now.
First
Okay.
of all, okay, the first time you said that, and the second time I said that.
I don't remember that.
Exactly. I need my family. Thanks you making fun of me. So the very first time we did the long distance thing lasted a month. We were already married, had kids. Change of plans. We moved with him, and we lived in a
2-bedroom.
bedroom.
It was a 2-bedroom apartment, but we had a roommate, so it was 1 bedroom.
Right, and we made it work.
Yep.
Boom. The second time, we moved back to Arkansas.
Yeah, I moved to Arkansas, I think, by myself, didn't I?
No, we moved back to Arkansas, and you stayed for your
yeah,
fight.
Yeah.
So, situations happened, changed, jobs and all that. We decided to move back to Arkansas. The kids and I left first, and Marcos stayed back because he had a fight to do and finish. That was a month.
2 weeks. It was 2
2
weeks.
weeks.
I remember because I wanted you to stay because I was waiting on a job opportunity to call me. I was waiting, and sure enough, like the day before my fight, they did call me and asked me if I was still interested, and I had to tell them no because my family had already left. So yeah.
So that was 2 weeks.
It was
That
2
one
weeks.
wasn't as bad.
But that wasn't because it was different then. Because like I said, I wasn't trying to leave yet. I was trying to hold out because I knew what was coming. And I also had a fight at the time. So, but this one decided to leave. She didn't want to wait
See,
no
ain't
more.
no one trying to throw nobody under the bus.
I ain't throwing nothing under the bus. I'm just telling the story.
Okay.
Golly.
That's one
You
we
want me
don't
to tell the
really.
story?
We don't really see eye to eye on how everything played
You want me
out.
to tell the story? I'm telling the story.
Nope, we don't continue.
Anyway, she left me. So I had to fight by myself.
Oh shit.
I was in an apartment by myself with a
I
bed.
live alone.
With a bed on the floor. I slept on the floor. And then I fought and won. I won my championship. Because I was determined. I did it for my son.
Yes.
Then I drove by myself. Because I had to drive them up there. Moved still up there. I had to drive them. Then I flew back. Stayed by myself. Then drove all the way back.
Because you wanted to finish your fight.
I didn't want to leave.
Okay, anyway, so that happened. Because we'll get stuck on that.
Yeah.
That's not the point of the
Blah,
episode.
blah, 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 blah. The point is blah, blah, blah.
And then the last time, we moved back to Florida. For a little stint in Arkansas, we already knew we wanted to live in Florida. Anyway, so God is good. Another opportunity came up with his job and brought us back to Florida. And this time, again, it was longer than a month. We left in October and we moved in December.
I stayed with Clint. Yeah, I stayed with Clint a few months.
So maybe 2 months. 2-3 months. And then again, we left sooner than we originally planned. Kids and I moved down, packed everything, and now we're back in Florida for good. But we still deal with the long distance thing because of his career field and the job he's in right now.
Got another job.
So instead of us all moving, he just travels. So that's
Not
how
for super long periods of time though.
right, a few weeks here and there. Yes, we've dealt with the long distance thing. Now the questions. What has been the biggest struggle living apart? So during those times we've lived apart, what's been the biggest struggle? I would say just being apart or getting used to each other. For me, it's been like the mindset of, especially with the kids, not having you and having to do everything myself, and then having to switch that mindset when you come back. What's been the biggest struggle for you, Seth?
The physical. No, I'm just playing.
Physical.
I don't know. Just
The kids and stuff, right?
I think it's just more or less trying to. Every time I end up leaving, like back then, like I don't know how to be a single person or like by myself. In terms of just like going and doing something or whatever, all those things. I enjoy to. I like doing stuff with my family. I like to enjoy first experiences with my family and my wife and my kids. Like those are all memories that I cherish and things that I really enjoy to do. So when I'm by myself, I don't like to experience too much stuff because I don't want to ruin the experience that I have as like being a first time person. Or for instance, like, you know, I've taken the kids to Disney World. That was a pretty good experience thanks to my friend Dave Grayson. Yeah, she didn't go because she was leaving me again, like always. You know, I want to take them back. They're older now, so I think they'll remember it a little bit better this time. We'll be able to do more stuff, and I want to take her. So like I haven't went. I try not to go because I like to do that stuff with them, right? So, you know, I enjoy being married. I enjoy being a father. Like those things are things that I really enjoy. So like even when I am by myself, I still enjoy those things. So when I'm by myself, I tend not to really do anything or.
Yeah, because I'm always like, go, I don't know, see whatever.
Yeah, I don't.
Do something instead of just
no.
sitting and being like.
I always say no because I don't want to do stuff. I don't want to experience too much stuff without my family. So that's probably the hardest thing I think for me because I tend to find myself just getting bored. You know, I got stuff that I look at. I don't watch TV really. So yeah, I just get bored.
Okay. Have you ever been in a long distance relationship before marriage?
No.
Yes. Most of mine were long distance. We didn't go to the same school.
Because you live out in the country, that's why.
I now live in the country.
All live in the country. That's the only way they can do it. They send messengers. That's what they do. She wait every week for her love letter. Her
I just
boyfriend.
thought I was like
Her boyfriend.
living in a teepee or something with a
Her boyfriend.
wagon
Her
and
boyfriend
horses.
over there. I love you.
Yeah.
Kiss the paper that way.
With
see
my
how-
feathered pen. No, most of mine were long distance. Again, we didn't go to the same school or anything. So like maybe see each other on the weekends or every other weekend. But yeah, so a lot of phone calls and stuff. My cheeks?
No, mine.
Oh.
Big cheeks.
So you've never had. Okay. Maybe that's why I'm used. Yeah, you're my only one when we started dating that actually lived in the same.
I don't know why. I had to teach you how to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to teach you some things about coming together, working together. You know what I'm saying? Man, can't just hang up on me. I'm not.
I can.
No, I can't. Nope, you can't.
You just know where I stay. Okay.
Ain't going nowhere.
Next question.
Your ass is stuck with me forever.
Get off of me. Next question. What has been the benefit or positive thing about distance, and how has it improved our relationship?
Oh shit.
I love having you on this podcast.
Oh my gosh.
You make me laugh. What has been a benefit?
Go ahead, answer.
You answer. I'm asking the question.
Well then, give me one.
Don't tear my
I ain't saying nothing.
Oh, you gonna read my question?
I'm not a badass handwriting.
First of all, it's called cursive. Okay.
This look like regular ass scribbles, like me.
Your chicken scratch over here. Okay, what's been a benefit about the distance? It improves our communication. Stop reading ahead. See, that's you over here reading all the questions.
So?
So?
So? I sound like you.
No, I'm
When
not.
you get mad.
I say
So, Marco. That's how you. When she get real pissed, that's how she started. That's South Dakota come out. Marco.
Or do that. Lord. I would say communication. Having to improve on our communication.
I mean, I can talk, baby. So, talking has always been one of my benefits.
Just because you talk doesn't mean you saying anything.
That's why when we got in this relationship, when she was with me, I told her, like, look, I'm not a long distance relationship. You gotta talk to me. I need you to open up. I got her to start opening up. For you guys out there that got girls that shut down, that's how you do it. You gotta.
What?
It has to be like subtle. There you go. It has to be subtle, and just because they'll clam up, so you gotta like massage them back.
You have helped me with my communication.
See how much she hate that look. She hate that.
But all this,
You have. He's right, but I got. He's right.
because it had nothing to do with the question.
You said our communication. No, your
Yes, it
communication.
has helped
your
us.
communication. I better. Mine has been there. So.
Okay, so what for you?
I mean, what's the question again?
What's the benefit or positive about the distance?
I think one of the benefits, or like one of the positive things for me, is that I do get a chance to like have that separation to reflect on having the type of woman that I have and the type of family that I have, or I think it's better to say the type of situation that I'm in, right? A lot of guys are either with someone that they're not happy with, from just kind of my personal experience, talking to people. They're not really necessarily happy with their spouse, or like, you know, they don't
Want to get away?
they like don't want to be really around their family a lot, or don't really enjoy the experience of being a father and a husband. And so like when I'm away, I do not take those things for granted when I'm listening to other people's woes, right? Like, you know, I don't have to, like, I have a good woman. You know, she's a good woman. There's a lot of people that probably, there's stuff that I say to her sometimes, not necessarily like to be like mean or hateful or whatever. They're hard things to say and they're hard things to hear, and I understand that. And she also understands that, which is a good thing about her. That's one of the best things about her. Because, you know, sometimes people need to be told about themselves, not even including myself. Like, there's times that she tells me.
Don't get it twisted.
What?
I said, don't get it twisted.
Like, who need to get their credit, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So you see why I do it all the time. Just so y'all know.
Okay. That's why I do it all the time. I just.
But anyway, she's a good woman. I know I have a good woman. Like, I knew it from the beginning. I knew it as soon as we got together. I had these tests that I was just tests to see what type of person she was. Obviously, she didn't know about them at the time. She passed with flying colors, obviously. But there was also another thing. There was something else that I saw there that just I never had before. Somebody who I truly saw listening, which was a really big deal for me. So I knew that was something in the beginning that really drew me to her, and I knew that over time, like having a diamond in the rough, I knew over time that that's what would happen. Does that make sense? So like when I leave and I listen, or like when I'm gone, or when we're separated or whatever, like I get to listen to people that just are like miserable being married, and I really have an appreciation for my marriage because of that, because I'm not miserable. Like I enjoy the company of my wife. I enjoy the company of my kids that make me laugh. Like, I like being their father. It was something that I never had growing up. So being here and like being present and having my kids miss me and stuff like that are all things that I thoroughly actually enjoy, just because that lets me know that I'm loved. My kids love me, my wife loves me. They have a respect for me, I believe, because they show me my respect. So I think that's the main benefit that I get from
More appreciation, or
just another level of appreciation for what I have, right? Like I'm independently wealthy in that regards. Like I'm a wealthy person when it comes to having a family and my circle, my life, the people around me and the things around me.
I was gonna say the other people too they may have some happiness or whatever, but only focus on.
Well, I think the thing about it is a lot of the people
highlight all the bad things.
I mean, no, it's not that. No, it's just people that are really just not happy, and all they want to do is think about what they don't have. Like, oh, I'm married to this girl or this woman, and like I really want to be with all these other girls. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get to do this or whatever. Like she gets on
the grass is greener over there.
Yeah, there you go. The grass is greener on the other side, and not necessarily I think for them. Honestly, I think for them they're not doing what I'm doing, which is reflecting. Right. Being appreciative of
while they're away and
yeah, like being appreciative of what you have at the house.
Gotcha.
So
how has that improved our relationship? Communication obviously improves anything. I feel like.
You tell me. I tell you all this stuff because I communicate. Right?
Do I not communicate?
Communicate.
Oh.
I communicated to her. Punch it right on in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just think.
So when I tell
Appreciation.
When I tell her that stuff, she always be like, "I love you. Because her love language is words of affirmations. So I give her the words of affirmation more when I'm gone, because I don't do it a lot when I'm here. So.
Right. So I'm like, oh, okay. You do appreciate.
So you're more like,
Oh. Okay.
Thank
but
you.
you're more like, you cheese.
Okay. Next question. What has been the longest we've been apart? 3 months-ish. Around that. When we moved back and forth and back and forth.
And I will say for people that have to, like maybe somebody's dating somebody who's a truck driver or something, or military folks or whatever. It wasn't easy. Like from the first time we separated, it was really hard.
We lived apart.
Yeah,
When we say
that's
separated,
well,
it's like we.
the first time we had to be apart for an extended period of time is when I first moved, and there was a lot. It was tough. That's why I didn't last long. It was really tough. We were starting to. We got out of whack. Like our flow together just wasn't working. Like the communication wasn't there. Like, you know, I'm sure like you was going through stuff with being by yourself, and like having to try to figure all that stuff out. I will say one thing that Clint was telling me is like he was telling me it's gonna be hard, but him and his wife had kind of went through it before, which is why he was saying, yeah, exactly. So he was telling me all this stuff. I didn't believe him at the time. I thought it was. I didn't think it was gonna be that hard, but it was a lot harder. It was a lot harder than I thought at first, and music.
Sounds like someone's snoring. Right, a cat.
But you know, it was hard. I don't want people to think like, oh, you know, like we can just be a partner.
Yeah, the reason why we
it didn't work like that at first.
Cut our plans from our original plans because we're like, okay, this isn't gonna work, and we sacrificed a lot and suffered a lot for doing that, but for both of us, being together was more important.
And it took a while when we first got back together after those long periods. It took a while for us to reconnect. You know, so I don't want people to think like while we're talking about being separated and stuff, or like going, you know, having to be with somebody that's not going to be at home all the time, right? You know, the thing is, I want people to understand is like, look, it's hard at first, but if you do communicate with your partner and you guys stay open-minded and you guys kind of do things for each other to continue to try to make each other feel special, you can like get through that period apart. And the last conversation me and Denisha had, I was talking to her about I was talking about to her that I don't want us to have to jail when I get back, or if I gotta be separated again or anything like that.
Yeah, that's one of my questions, that adjustment period.
Yeah, I don't want there to be an adjustment period. You know, we should be able to we've been together for quite a while now, and we've done this a few times now. So I personally just feel like we can work at a pace if we have to be at different places for an extended period of time, that we can continue to just be a gear, right? Like we can be a well-oiled machine and stay in sync, and then there won't be any kind of anything. We'll just continue to move forward. There's no like weird periods or shit where we gotta like love each other again and all that shit. I don't
Yeah.
So.
Well, thankfully we haven't had to be apart for too long. I know some like military and stuff, there's stuff you can't control.
Mm-hmm.
So that is probably a whole different level of this. But like my mom and dad, my dad is a truck driver, so he was gone for periods of time and back. I know that was difficult on them. And even him now saying that he, not only with my mom, but with his other wife and stuff, how that distance played a part. But again, I don't know the ins and outs of the relationship. But if it's not handled properly, distance can be a deal breaker for sure. Okay, what has helped us get through the distance? Our phones?
Communicating, talking. That's communicating.
FaceTiming.
Yes. Talking, being open. You know.
Our phones. We talked about the adjustment period. Yes, they're in the beginning for sure. For me, like I said, there was when he would come back or we'd get together or whatever. For me, it took me a minute to have to adjust back to him helping, or it's us in the daily stuff together instead of just me handling everything. You know, this is how I'm doing it.
Always try to cut me out, man.
This is how
she always try to cut me out every time.
This is how I do it, and not getting defensive or in my feelings or whatever when you'd come back and shake it up. I'm like, no, this is how I'm doing this. So just the whole communication on that.
When you let a motherfucker know. No.
So cool. Yeah. Okay, last question. Do you like long distance?
No. Like, who the fuck likes long distance?
Some people do. Like, some of your people
No.
you've talked to, they like.
Nah, they don't.
Being on the road.
They don't like, nah. They just rather, they think they do, but they don't. Like, ultimately, nobody, I don't think you should ever, if you want to be away from your spouse, now, I'm not saying that separation sometimes isn't a good thing. I feel like we were saying earlier, the times that we've been apart, I feel like has helped us be closer when we got back together, right? It's like a Band-Aid, or like, not like a Band-Aid, I take that back. Like, what is it?
I don't know.
It's something like when you pull it,
Like a rubber
apart.
band?
No, no, you pull it apart and you come back. It's like a broken bone, right? Like typically
have to break
when
it
you break it, it comes back stronger. Oh no, I think that's weaker bones. I think it's muscles. Muscles. There you go.
Yes.
So like if you work out, right? Like if you work out and you
Break- yeah.
rip the muscle, that's the whole purpose of like getting stronger. Is you have to kind of break it down to build it back up. So I think sometimes, even if you're really lovey-dovey, everything's going great,
Yeah.
it's good to kind of be apart for a little bit of time, to do like I said, which is hopefully learn to appreciate what you have, and to make you yearn for that person that you love, right?
Yeah, I think that's like, it's good to have like your own things, like, even
Yeah.
if it is for a day or something,
Right,
or a
right.
weekend or whatever.
Yeah,
Your
just
own
to have
separate
your own,
friends.
yeah, your own, you time.
Yeah.
And that hopefully will allow you to reflect on yourself and to reflect on what you have, and then you can appreciate it more, right? Like, you don't appreciate your car until you have to ride the bus, like for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It sucks riding the bus. It sucks not having your own car and having to ask people, "Can you take me somewhere?" Like you don't really appreciate. Like after you've been through that, a $500 car is just as good as a brand new car somewhere. So, you just want to have your own whip. So the same thing I think goes for in your relationship. There are times where things get stale. You guys kind of things aren't just popping like they always do. Like, me and Denisha have been together going on 10 years married, going on with 11, 12 together.
2008.
12 together. Yeah, 12 together. So, that's a long time. And there are times we get on each other's nerves, or there's times where it ain't, it just ain't like it was, like you kiss her.
And it's weird. It could be like just wake up the next day and just like,
Yeah.
I don't know, just
Yeah, or, like,
get away.
yeah, don't touch me. No.
It's not funny enough.
You just, everything you're doing right now is annoying me.
Or just the energy is like weird.
Yeah, so, it happens. Once again, 12 years is a long time. There's a lot of kids that were kids when we were together. They're like grown-ups now. So
12?
I'm talking about like 8-year-olds now that are 20, or 9-year-olds that are 21 now. Like they grown-ups. Like it's crazy.
Also,
But-
us too, just adjusting and growing and
Yeah,
figuring
that's
stuff
something
out
that
and-
happens too. The
Yeah.
longer you're with somebody, the more you change as a person. That's also going to affect your relationship and stuff like that. So those are things that you have to work together on. That's why open mind and communication are key, because you can talk through it. You figure it out yourself first, and then you talk through it.
I was gonna say not only communicating with you, but like communicating with yourself, like, okay, why am I, say you're gone or whatever, like if I'm frustrated about something,
You gotta be gone.
yeah, or even here, like,
Yeah.
why am I annoyed? Or what's going on with me if I'm like on him about whatever. So yeah, communicating with yourself and figuring out what really is the issue so that you can talk to your partner about it.
I've had days where I just woke up on the wrong side of the bed, and I have to tell her, like, look, I'll tell her in the morning, like, look, I'm just annoyed right now, and I don't know why, but I just need like a little space, and I'll come back to you. And she'll give me the space. The kids will be getting on my nerves, and she'll try her best to, like, but they also can read me now pretty good too. So, like, they'll be like, all right, like, I'm just gonna play my game. Elijah or Leilani, she don't read nothing. So she'll just be, Dad.
Yeah, you're sad. Okay,
And
come
I'm
here,
like,
come talk to me.
stop talking. I love you, but leave me
I love
alone.
you too. I'm Dad. You remember?
Yeah.
But also, as the partner, the other partner, like being respectful of that and not taking it personal.
Yes. Yeah. Like, cause
What do we do?
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
And then, what I do is try to self-reflect and think about, like, what is bothering me. I might go for a drive, go get something to eat, just to drive, go somewhere. I'm like, all right, I'll be back, and just think about what's going on that whole time. So I say all this to try to help folks out there that are, you may be young and married. Like, we got married super young. I'm about to be 34, and we got married when I was 22. Well, we got together when I was 22. She was 18. So there was a lot of growing going on in that period. Okay, and it's still happening. I mean, like I said, like, now I'm not a young spring chicken 20-year-old dude trying to be dumb. I'm in my 30s, and I'm trying to build something now for my kids. So, we both are.
As you have to work.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just joking.
I can still like stuff.
I'm just
Golly. I'm just letting folks out there know, if y'all together, y'all been through it, or y'all going through it, man, like, just try to figure yourself out first, then try to communicate, like, relay that to your partner.
While all that's going on, you're reflecting and stuff. It's like life still goes on. You still gotta do your
Yeah,
duties.
I mean, you still
like,
go to work.
That
you
don't
still
mean
take care of the
leave.
kids.
I'll be back in 2 days. I gotta go.
Figure
that out.
Like I said, I mean, it's I'll go get something to eat. That's like down the street, right?
Yeah.
Like, and it's happening the whole day as well.
Yes.
I'm thinking about it the entire time, just trying to figure it out. Because once you find the source, typically for me, I stop becoming angry, or I stop getting frustrated so easy because I know what's bothering me. So it's like, all right, like, for a lot of people who don't know, my mom recently passed away, and she passed away in February, and there was a lot of emotions that I went through, and I'm still going through every day. My wife, unfortunately, lost her mom 4 years ago, and there was a lot of emotions that she went through when that happens, because it's a really, I didn't understand it at first, but I do now. And back then she kept telling me it wasn't me. There was a lot of stuff that bothered me, though, because when you have somebody that you love and you see them in pain, you want to help them. And when you can't help them and you don't even know what's going on, or can't relate, there's nothing you can do, right? So there was a lot of stuff that she went through emotionally, and still does. I mean, once your parents die, just so y'all know, it doesn't go away. Like it's there every day. So it's tough, and there are some days that are tougher than others, but she helped me a lot when I went through my stuff, and I was thankful for that, because I don't think if it was in reverse, it would have been as easy for me. It wouldn't have been as good for me. The way I don't think I would have been able to handle it as well as I did. So I say that to just say, like, sometimes there are things that you just don't can't help with.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it can still be a part of your recovery because she helped me, right? So
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. If the one person's like, "Hey, I'm trying to figure some things out." I know I do sometimes, like, want to help. Like, what is it? Start asking questions or whatever, and it only makes you more
oh yeah,
annoyed.
like
It's
when
like,
her mom passed, it was a lot of that, and I was so like she would be crying, and I don't know about y'all guys, but me, I don't want to see nobody crying that I love. Like I don't like it. So you know, you want to make them feel better, but there was literally nothing that I can do, and I knew I couldn't. Like I knew that I couldn't do anything. So just for the people that are out there, that's like, well, how do you fix it? You just wait. That's really what you do.
even if it's not in grief, just like
Yeah.
if it's anything, and someone's like, "Hey, I'm just off a little bit, and I'm not sure why."
Just
you know,
wait.
I need a minute or something.
Just wait. Let them. That's what I did. As hard as it was, I just continued to wait, and you know, eventually, she would get better, or she got better, and she was able to talk about it, and able to kind of explain to me stuff, or you know, open up about it, and eventually, you started coming to me. You know, you started crying in my arms instead of just crying and. Nah, I'm not able to do anything. Yeah. So, you know.
With that, I feel like this is where like the work comes in when it's marriage or relationships. Because I feel like we're all saying a lot, but it's all like boiling down to communication. Working on yourself, communicating with the other person why you're feeling the way you're feeling. Reflecting and everything. Like this is the work because it's a lot of mental work. And not getting offended or not getting defensive and really hearing your partner.
Or even if you do get offended or defensive, you're able to kind of take that and speak out of it.
Right.
Communicate out of that frustration instead of just being like, well, you're a bitch. Fuck you. Fuck this. And just walk out. I ain't never said that. I ain't never said that. I know you would be in your head, you done did it a few times. You motherfucker hit me with a pen and everything else in her head and fuck me up.
My head.
And fuck me up.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
That's true.
Always trying to fuck me up. Anyway, I'm just
No,
saying.
my
Like,
mama.
what the thing to do is, I would say first before you communicate, you have to learn to self-reflect. You have to learn to look at yourself as a problem, right? To look at yourself as somebody who's not perfect, as somebody who doesn't know everything, or somebody who can make a mistake. Because you know you're human. We're all human. That's what life is about: making mistakes and growing from them. So I would say the most important part is that first. If you start to learn how to self-reflect and learn how to look at yourself every day and be like, okay, how can I get better? How can I be a better person? How can I be once you become a better person, you become a better spouse. You become a better lover. You become a better individual. People sense that and they want to be around you because they feel that energy. They feel that something aura around you, whatever it is. They feel it and they want to know, like, what is it? So, you know, we all broken. I know I am. I got plenty of problems that I don't talk about to everybody.
I'm saying that might be, because we kind of went off on a little tangent here, and that might be something good for the next episode is just talking about maybe some communication things or...
Just try to segue that one into the
next. Because you're coming back.
The next episode. Guys,
more
welcome to the next episode of The Yellow Butterfly. And I just want you to know that we will be here for you. Okay? Be happy, be fun. Love you guys.
It's ruining the moment.
See, look. See?
I didn't.
Hit me. She hit me.
Love you.
She hit me. She hit me. That's common.
I don't hit you. Quit.
Her love is touch sometimes, where she likes to just hit me, reach out and touch
Look
me.
at your
sometimes.
head getting cut off. Back up.
I'm sitting up straight. That's what you
Yeah,
always
back
want.
up. You don't scoop back. There you go. See.
Trying to sit up,
Yes,
looking like
I
I'm
appreciate it.
looking uncomfortable as a motherfucker. I look weird.
But I was gonna say, since we went off on a tangent, I feel like some of this we can save for the next episode and talk more in depth, maybe about self-reflection and things like that, triggers or whatever. I don't know if we talked about when we went to therapy,
No.
maybe when I went to therapy, how that helped us, and all that good stuff. But I think this was a good episode. I think this was a good episode. Yep.
Yeah, I just want to help people out, man. I want to see more people. I told my sisters earlier today, but with 2020, man, life has been really hard for a lot of people. Life has been really short for a lot of people. And Corona and all this stuff. So, you know, all the hate that I see, all the frustration, I just kind of want to be, I want people to be happy again. I wish people felt the way that I did in my marriage, because like I like this. It makes me feel good. When I'm at home, I feel good. I feel good to be with my family. I feel good to talk to my son and get to know him, or you know, like trying to understand my daughter with her artsy self, because I'm not artsy. So trying to be open-minded with that stuff and look at her little development as well, and to talk to my wife, and all this stuff is stuff that I really appreciate. And I just want other people to understand that, hey, look, it's for you as well. This is not just for me. This
Right.
is not just for us. It's for everybody. Everybody is supposed to experience some form of happiness, regardless of who you love or what you like. There's somebody that likes it, and that's for you.
But you gotta put in the work.
Yeah, you gotta work on yourself first. You can't be selfish and think somebody's just supposed to be okay with that. Cause
This is how I am. Nah.
yeah, I mean, are you really like that, or is
Right.
that what you think you should be like?
Right.
You know, so if somebody brings that question to you, are you willing to think about that, or are you just gonna shut them out? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's
a
little
lot of
stuff like
layers
that.
to
Yeah,
it.
it takes a while, but
Yeah.
you know, like I said, I'm just thankful to be able to kind of be in the situation after 12 years. I swear to you, it hasn't felt like 12 years at all. It feels like it feels first day, you know, I fall in love with my wife all over again every day. So it's just something that I enjoy, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, what I do is especially if I'm gone or we separated, what that does for me is allows me to just pause and reflect and look back and like, okay, like there's a lot of stuff going on, right? Like, we're not just married anymore. We actually have kids. Yeah. So like, and our kids aren't babies really anymore. They're actually little people now. You know, they're little toddlers. Well, not even toddlers. They're like adolescents. I don't even know what you call them now. But
Little humans.
yeah, they're little people. They have their own. They think.
Comes preteen.
You know what I'm saying? They think and they talk and
Curious.
they like their stuff. They like their own stuff. They like to do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can't just like shut it all out. It ain't just do whatever I do anymore. You know what I'm saying? So like, you got to take time to look back at how it was. Like, I take time to look back at when my son was a baby, you know, and remember those times. Like, dang, you know, he's already 7. Like, geez, I need to be better. Like, I want to do stuff with him more. I need to figure out stuff to do, or like, you know, I need to like make these memories, because, you know, soon he gonna be 13 and he ain't gonna want to hang out with me no more. You know, like, and that's real soon. That's real soon. So, you know, same thing with my daughter. You know, she loves me right now. Like, she was laying with me the other day. We was watching TV shows, watching Avatar, and she was just laying in the room hanging out with me, just because she wanted to be with me. Mm-hmm. I didn't say nothing. You know, I just let it happen. So, you know.
Again,
We'll talk on that. Yeah, I know. I'm not going on no more. She's trying to cut this off. I got it. She want me on the episode, but don't want me to talk.
Oh my God.
I got it. Oh my God.
I love hearing you talk.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
I have a time limit. Thank you.
Next time I'm bringing my damn glasses. So
Why?
Cause you trying to blind me. My eyes You see how red they is right now? That's because they straining. I don't smoke weed, so I just want people to know my eyes aren't red because
I
they
don't
red.
look red.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even see you.
Mm-hmm.
Your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for being on the episode. We'll see you next week. Back here. Thank you guys for watching. We are no experts on relationships. We're only just sharing what we know, what's worked for us. I'm sure there's a bunch of different ways people have handled their relationships and are very happy with it. Okay? Just want to put that disclaimer out there. But thank you guys for watching. And we'll see you next week. Bye.